Hey guys, Chris with Nichols Retirement Empire. It is New Year's Day and I'm down here in St. Mary's by myself. I got a couple of projects I need to do out in the yard and I want to try to do a little fishing. So I got a couple things going on. Did not want to miss on my New Year's Day meal. Tammy fixed me up before I left. She said, well, you're not going to eat collards? Well, I don't have any black-eyed peas. You're supposed to eat black-eyed peas, but I got pinto beans. So I'm going to see how that works out for me. Good morning. I'll tell you one thing about St. Mary's. Their post office is like a fortress. They got a gigantic post office. I've been systematically kind of going through the breakfast options here. You know, the fast food breakfast options. Now, where I live, there's 4 or 5 places where you can get a good biscuit. I haven't found a place here yet I can get a good biscuit. I don't want to drive to the Cracker Barrel. And I don't think Cracker Barrel, matter of fact, their biscuits ain't any good either. They're terrible. What am I going to do? I mean, the people aren't starving here. I've been looking at the people. It's not like they're walking around, you know, like they're dying. They're eating something. I guess they're just not eating breakfast. But I got to find their breakfast game here is pretty weak. When you go, I even tried Burger King. When you go through Burger King and there's people actually going through there to get breakfast, something's wrong. This is kind of weird. There's a FedEx truck delivering something to the post office. Why would the post office need something delivered by FedEx? Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm going to the bait shop for the first time. There's a bait shop here. There's not a whole ton of options. So I want to make a good impression. You know, when I go in there, I don't want to, you know, it's the first time going into the bait shop and I want them to, you know, I want them to like me. It's very important to form a relationship with your bait shop that is a working relationship. Matter of fact, you need it to be beyond a working relationship. You need to really kind of be in with those guys. So I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to go in there and be too friendly, you know, and make them think there's something. So that works for some people. They go in there and they're just, hey, how's it going? And, you know, they find out everything there is to know. The guy tells them where to fish and what to use and becomes a lifelong friend. I'm just not like that. When I'm too friendly, it doesn't work for me. People think there's something, I don't know. I think it's because I look like a policeman. Act like a policeman or something. I don't know. It's very important. You only get one chance to make a first impression. So, need to be on my game. It's like a first date. It's more important than a first date. Because chances are on your first date, you're not going to go out with that person or get married to them for the rest of your life. Now, if I move, I mean, we are moving, not if I move, we're moving. We got a house. My boat is parked at the house. I am going to that bait store. This is the rest of my life commitment. So I'm in this. And I'm about to go in this place. Think I should video it? You think that would make him mad? Should I tell him I'm from out of town? Should I tell him I've moved here? Will that put too much pressure on if I go in and they go, hey, I just bought a house down here? You gotta play it by ear. You gotta see what the guy, could be a girl. Could be a girl that's in there, a woman. That makes it even more complicated. How do you act around a woman at the bait shop, just like a man? there's probably not going to be anybody else in here, which makes it even more, because then all the attention is on you. The more I think about it, maybe I just won't say anything. Maybe I'll just go in there and buy some stuff. People like it when you buy things. When they own a business, I've found that if you go in and you just start buying stuff, it usually works out pretty good for you. Getting close. I gotta get my game face on. Here it is. Buccaneers Bait and Tackle. It's kind of a touristy kind of name, so they obviously want your business. They're not discouraging out of town. It's not like some hole in the wall. It's a touristy kind of a look. I'm kind of stalking it. I've been by here twice. I got my shirt on that says I fish and I know things. That's what I do. That's what my shirt says. Here it is. I'm gonna put this up. I don't want them to see me video. Well, that went very well, if I do say so. Played my cards right. Nah, that is a bait. I mean, like, it's nothing but bait. You know, they got a little, I thought like they'd have a bunch of fishing tackle and stuff like that, and, you know, shirts and trying to sell stuff to people. But what they're selling in there is bait. There's hardly anything on the, you know, like, do you have any sinkers? I don't know, we got one or two over there, you know. They're selling bait, which is good. That's what I wanted. It is a totally, you know, it's a local thing right here where the boat ramp is. Talked to the guy for about 20-30 minutes. He anyway, got along with him fine. He likes to talk. That's good. It's kind of like being a barber. If you're a bait shop guy or a barber and you like to talk, you know, that's two good professions for people to just like to talk. Because you got somebody that's going to be in there 15-20 minutes and they're going to listen to what you have to say. Because if you're a barber, you have to listen to what they have to say, because you're cutting your hair and you don't have any choice. You can't go nowhere. You can't get up in the middle of it and walk off. And it's a bait shop guy. Usually if they're talking, people will listen because they think he might tell them something that they might be able to use to catch more fish. So I've seen a lot of bait shop owners, they don't want to, they just, I don't know how to stay in business. Well, they stay in business because they got bait. No matter what, they act like you need the bait. Kind of like a drug dealer. You got to have your drugs. I mean, if you're fishing out here, you know, in salt water, brackish water, you got to have your bait. So no matter how they act, you just got to deal with it.